If you're going to be gluing box tops, beard joints, making up box tops, or making waterfall ends, you're going to need some solid surface adhesive. This is supplied in the correct colours. It comes with 2 nozzles, but you can purchase additional nozzles as these are a one-time use product, and you will need a glue gun. Start by inserting the glue cartridge into the gun. The small tube on the side of the bottle should line up with the small pusher. Remove the small grey cap, but don't discard as you will need this later. Insert the nozzle into the holding ring. Observing the nozzle, you can see a larger and a smaller hole. Line these up correctly and tighten firmly. Before gluing your joints together, ensure that the area is completely clean and dust-free. You can even use Prep-Sol to ensure the area is ready to glue. It's a good idea to ensure that you've got all your clamps ready to be installed. In this example, we'll be using a rebated joint, but on the lighter or solid colours, you can simply glue directly onto the silk surface. Start by priming your glue gun, and remember that once you begin the gluing process, you need to finish, as the glue will begin to go off. In a colder environment, you may have 15 to 20 minutes for this to happen, but anything above around 22 degrees, and the glue will begin to go off within 3 to 4 minutes. Start with a bead of glue on the inside of the joint. Don't mind if you do make a small mess, as when the glue begins to set, it makes it much easier to peel off. Next, apply the glue to the outside edge and be liberal with the amount. Remember, you'd rather have too much than too little. Now it's time to apply the piece, and remember, time is of the essence. Ensure that you move the piece back and forward, squeezing out any air bubbles that may be present. This will ensure the best connection of the glue. Now, begin the clamping process starting from the corners, as you want to ensure that these corners connections are nice and solid. Be careful not to over tighten your clamps, as you don't want to crack the 3mm profile at the front. Any standard clamp will work, even those you can purchase at Bunnings. Now that clamping is complete, ensure to leave for at least 30 minutes, particularly in colder climates. If timed correctly, you can remove the clamps when the glue is dry, but not too hard. This gives you the opportunity to remove excess with a chisel. Now that the glue is set, we can now begin the finishing process of the top. Start by gently knocking off the excess glue. For this, you could use a chisel, but using a piece of SilkSurface offcut ensures no damage to the top. The first step of cleaning the joint, you want to use a straight trimmer with a beading on it. We're using a hand trimmer with a 2-flute 10mm straight cutter. Ensure that the piece is in the correct position. Be careful to keep the trimmer as upright as you can, as you don't want to lean into the top. Until you're more experienced with this process, you may want to pre-sand before trimming. Ensure to run over each joint twice, as the second pass will provide a much cleaner finish. Ensure to trim all corners, including the verticals. With this first part of the process done, you can now see that we're ready for sanding. We're starting with a 180 grit to ensure all the glue material is removed. With rough sanding now complete, it's time to put your edge profile on the silk surface. This can be done with any profile you desire. In this example, we're using a 45-degree miter cutter. Run over the profile twice in both directions to ensure any chatter marks have been removed. Remember to complete the profile on the corners, but of course that comes down to preference. With the profile now complete, it's time for final polishing. For this step, please refer to one of our other videos.